Hi, welcome to Ask Bishop Zac. It's been a while, I know, but we're here again. The question today is one from a young Christian lady. She is in her 30s now and she's considering marriage. However, all of the prospects that are availing themselves happen to be young men who are of a different, well, they're Catholic. So there are three Catholic men who swear they would marry her if she just said the word. But she's a well, would I say Protestant young
Church of
lady?
Uganda.
Church of Uganda maybe, Anglican young
Yeah.
lady, and really confused about the whole interdenomination sort of situation with marriage. What would you say to her?
Yeah, thank you. I think it's actually the question could go for not only if the three young men are Catholic. It could be one would be could be a Muslim, believing, not believing.
Yeah.
Because what is true is that attraction is human beings, and marriage is life, and it's human beings who get married. So the attraction is a way in which it doesn't choose. But I think the greater question is not just about the religious denomination, Catholic, Protestant, believing, or the forms that we see. I think if you step back and say, so what's marriage all about? And I think we can say that marriage is first and foremost human beings. Secondly, then it's life. Marriage is life. And human life has at least two dimensions that are critical in shaping, forming, determining its quality. One is values, the second is practices. Practices could still be forms, but I think practices is a better word to use. So values. Now, the critical question, therefore, is not what form, Catholic, Protestant, denomination, and so on, but actually what are the values that this person holds to be dear. How do they understand the meaning of life in the world? How do they understand life, the world, present, past, who you are, what you are becoming, in the light of the transcendence? In other words, do they have faith values? Faith values. Because you see, a distinction is not always made between religion and faith. And the two are not the same. Faith is reflected in values. It's a substance. Now, it is possible for people to be Roman Catholic and not actually believe in, subscribe to, live the values of Roman Catholicism. It's actually possible for somebody to be Muslim in name, Muslim religion, grew up in it, but actually doesn't, the values that the religion is supposed to espouse are not who they are. And I could say that it's possible. Even people who say are born again, they say they are saved, but actually their life doesn't reflect the values of Jesus that they say is the determinant of their own lives. So the first critical question is, what are the values? Your values, and his values. Is there a convergence? Is there an agreement? But secondly, values also reflect actually in practices. So one of the reasons for religious practices is they are supposed to embody values. So it's also important to think about practices. So if you share values, then you have to ask, okay, practices. I mean, I can tell you this within the Christian tradition, the broader Christian tradition, the practice of baptism, baptizing children, infants, baptizing adults. Does these things matter to you?
And it creates challenges.
Absolutely. Yeah. Friday worship, Saturday worship, Sunday worship, how that is done, and so on. Do they matter to you? Do they matter to him? Or, for example, I mean, they may be great, wonderful people. They have values of simplicity, love, generosity. But if these values are not embedded in a faith relationship in Christ, in whatever else matters. So the critical question, therefore, really has to do with values and practices. And there needs to be a convergence, a sense of which you determine together what matters. because marriage is life, and life is values and practices, habits, how you wake up in the morning, what you do in the morning, afternoon, evening, Monday to Sunday. It matters.
Okay. Thank you very much. I hope we've been of some help.
I really
to
hope
her.
so too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye bye.